Assalamu alaikum and a very good day to the master of ceremony, honorable judges, timekeeper, respected teachers and fellow friends. First and foremost, I am grateful to be standing here today to share my speech on an important topic. When the world bleeds, humanity must speak. Ladies and gentlemen, there is an old saying that goes, silence in the face of injustice is complicity. Today, as we gather here, many parts of our world are bleeding, not from disasters alone, but from wars, conflicts, hatred, and violence. Every day, innocent lives are lost, families are torn apart, and children are forced to grow up surrounded by fear instead of hope. My fellow friends, when we hear about conflicts happening around the world, it is easy to think that these events are far away and have nothing to do with us. However, suffering knows no borders. A mother's tears in one country are no different from a mother's tears in another. A child's dream shattered by war hurts just as much, regardless of nationality, race, or religion. Across the globe, millions of people have been displaced from their home. Many have lost loved ones, schools, hospitals, and even their sense of security. While some of us wake up each morning worrying about examination or daily routines, others wake up wondering whether they will survive another day. Can we remain silent when innocent people suffer? I believe the answer is no. Esteemed member of the audience, speaking up does not always mean standing on a grand stage alone. Sometimes it means refusing to ignore injustice. It means educating ourselves about what is happening around the world. Humanity speaks through kindness. Humanity speaks through understanding. Humanity speaks through action. Even as students, we have a role to play. We can spread messages of peace rather than hatred. We can reject discrimination and bullying. Every small action contributes to a larger movement of hope and compassion. My dear friends, history has shown us that silence often allows suffering to continue. Many tragedies became worse because too many people chose to look away. One voice may seem small. 1,000 voices become a movement. Millions of voices can change the world. When humanity speaks together, leaders listen. When communities unite, barriers can be broken. When people choose compassion over indifference, healing can begin. Respected teachers and beloved friends, in a world increasingly connected by technology, we cannot claim ignorance. News reaching us within seconds. We witness both the beauty and the pain of our global community. Therefore, we also share a responsibility. The question is not whether we can hear the cries of those who suffer. The question is whether we are willing to respond. Will we choose silence or will we choose humility? Will we turn away or will we stand for peace, justice, and dignity? The future depends on the choices we make today. Members of the floor, as I come to the end of my speech, I would like to remind everyone that humanity is not defined by our differences, but by our ability to care for one another. True strength lies not in fighting others, but in resolving differences peacefully. When children cry because of war, humanity must speak. When innocent lives are threatened, humanity must speak. And when justice is denied, humanity must speak. And when the world bleeds, humanity must never remain silent. Distinguished teachers and students, every conflict has the power to destroy, but every human heart has the power to heal. Let us choose to be the builders of peace rather than fuel for the fire. Before I end, allow me to share this thought for all of us. The world may be wounded by conflict, but it is healed by compassion. Every voice raised for peace becomes a light in the darkness. May we choose to be the generation that cools the fire, turns ashes into lessons, and prove that even in the darkest time, hope is never extinct. Together, we can turn conflicts into opportunities for cooperation and positive changes. With that, I thank you for your attention and I return the floor to the Master of Ceremony. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.